hosting the U.S. Virgin Islands. U.S. Virgin Islands, unfortunately, out of contention for that group victory, but of course, the Cayman Islands still in the mix against Barbados. And this group has gotten even more intriguing here today, and this match as well. Look at the rain pouring down here in the Cayman Islands. It should add some intriguing ability maybe to the side of the U.S. Virgin Islands, an extra factor for the favorite side, the Cayman Islands, to deal with. And here is what has become more intriguing. Look at Barbados. A surprising 1-0 loss to St. Martin earlier today on an 81st minute tally. And now Barbados not really in the lead in this group. A match in hand to the Cayman Islands. And with a win today, they would take the clear top spot entering the final match on Tuesday, coming up against Barbados at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Previous matchups for both of these squads, the Cayman Islands really had to fight tooth and nail against St. Martin, which has really been the underdog of choice in this group, coming up with a few upsets in the last couple matches in this tournament. Cayman Islands, though, they put plenty of chances in against the White Kits in this matchup in the October window. In the end, though, it would be the Cayman Islands that would come up late with a big tally in the second half. And despite all the efforts for St. Martin putting in some chances of their own, like this one from far out, it was the Cayman Islands on a foul here. Martin driving into the box, chopped down, clear penalty. And in the end, they would convert it at the spot. Coming up is Jonah Ebanks. He puts it home in the top left corner, and that would send them in a tie to the top of the group with Barbados. Barbados on the other side of things in the group, they've been dominating with their goal scoring prowess, a good goal differential, and unfortunately the U.S. Virgin Islands feeling that in their last matchup in this tournament, a 4-0 defeat to Barbados, who are tied for the group lead at this point, but as I mentioned, a match in hand for the Cayman Islands as they enter tonight's match with Barbados' loss earlier today. But the U.S. Virgin Islands, they have not been able to score too often in this tournament, 2 goals to their name and 8 allowed, as they now are just trying to play spoiler in this tournament as we continue into the final window. Of course, both these teams will have one more match coming up on Tuesday. U.S. Virgin Islands will see St. Martin, and Cayman Islands Barbados. But for tonight, a rainy edition of this tournament, and we'll bring you the action coming up next. Cayman Islands and the U.S. Virgin Islands.
Ladies and gentlemen, we do ask that if you can stand, please do so for the playing of the national anthem of the U.S. Virgin Islands. national song of the Cayman Islands.
Right. Through the legs of Blaschka and cleared out of play by Solomon Borden. Martin again draws a foul and also contact on the back end, backed by Solomon Borden. And he'll have a free kick. Cleared away inside the box. Chance continues. That was a wishful one from the outside, but couldn't get it down. You have to give him credit, though, for putting it nearly on target, as it was Wood who's had an excellent first 9 minutes here in this League C Group A battle. 29-year-old coming out of nowhere in search of his first goal of the tournament. Dennis got it back for the U.S. Virgin Islands, quickly given back away though. A throw in for Mason Duval, making his debut in this tournament. Part of the back line for the Cayman Islands. Threw ball down the right flank, looking for the cross. Ball put in, tipped away by Holness. Not too dangerous. In fact, just one man in the box for the U.S. Virgin Islands. Martin plays this ahead. Good touches in there for Nunez, but it's back with the U.S. Virgin Islands. Solomon Borden, the volley, keeps it alive. Martin once more. Cayman Islands getting some possession building. Here's Martin. Martin chips it inside the box. Good look here, headed on and just wide. What a look for the home side here early on. The service by Martin and nearly the finish here in minute 11. Brown in no man's land, diving for that. Another look here. Wood. No, excuse me, Mark Ebanks on the end of that one. What a header from that far out, nearly finding the post, but trickling wide. Martin trying to keep the attack going, back over with Dennis. That trickles out, throw in on the near side for the Cayman Islands. This will trickle out, another goal kick for Brown. Cayman Islands looking good in transition to start this match. First real shot of the affair tonight, despite it being off target in the end. Crafty volley there to pass it up. Dennis continuing the attack. He'll take a shot from far out and just wide. A diving effort in the end from Holness. Not needed. A powerful one was unleashed by Dennis, looking for his second of the tournament. Some fireworks here in the rain in the Cayman Islands. 0-0 as we tick into the 13th minute. Wood surveying things, trying to build up here for the Cayman Islands. Frederick Charlie, the captain, putting it up ahead. Martin had that, but he slipped there on the wet surface. Mark Ebanks able to keep the attack going with that challenge. Cleared up the field, but not far enough away. As it's retrieved in the end by Reeves, but to no avail, it goes out. Deflected out, it will stay with the U.S. Virgin Islands. No look pass. Won by Wood. Wood through ball, stopped in its tracks, out for a Cayman Islands throw-in. Look at that water, that puddle that stopped Jonah Ebanks in his tracks. Ball settles to Martin, trying to keep it alive. Martin still cuts inside. Has to reset with his side. Keep in mind that right flank near the box, far out strike, and that sails wide. It's stopped by the ball boy behind the goal. That's a goal kick for the U.S. Virgin Islands. Starting chance for Duval. Brought back to Duval. Wood drives it down the field. And again, the ball stopped in its tracks. Salmon out of play, side of the field. Stopping everyone at this point. Battle for it on the near side, throwing back where it stands. Headed up and out of play. And it's a corner kick just like that for the Cayman Islands. Crafty player Martin heads over to take it. th minute, still 0-0 in this League C Group A battle. Cayman Islands looking to utilize that Barbados loss earlier today to get a lead in the group. Either a draw or a win this evening. Martin over the ball at the near corner flag, puts it in. Top of the box, Ward can't strike it true. Second goal, it trickles on and in. Cayman Islands on the board, 17 minutes in. It's not Wood, but it is Hyde, a whip. And the center back strikes it a roller into the net. Is that the goal that gives the group lead over to the Cayman Islands? We shall see. But in the 17th, it's Hyde off the corner kick. The Cayman Islands, the home side, on the board. Some confidence for the home side now, up early. As the U.S. Virgin Islands try to respond. Over the top. This will settle in well for Joseph. Rakeem Joseph losing it though on a second touch from a defender. And Holness will scoop it on up. Cayman Islands finding their 7th goal of the tournament, first for the 20-year-old Hyde in his 5th overall start. There's not a stoppage in play. Holness just knows the situation. It might be the first half, but they're trying to burn some time.
Scored by number 3, Hakeem Hyde.
Out of play, Salman wants the ball. Not sure what the call is. A yellow card's going to be issued. Jonah Ebanks getting a yellow on the play. As he will move up the field. The forward now, second man in the books tonight.
A yellow card has been issued to number 20 for the Cayman Islands, Jonah Ebanks, in the 19th minute.
Back getting going with the goal scorer in the Cayman Islands. Here's Frederick Charlie. Possession back over to the Cayman Islands. Past Martin, here's Jonah Ebanks. Through the traffic, second opportunity, strikes it, and saved there at the near post. Brown stands tall. What a chance for Nunez-Reeves. Stayed with it despite the double team and a little back heel by the keeper. Martin, another corner kick. We know what happened last time. Can they find a second? Martin. Talking to at the top of the box. We await the kick. Ball lofted in, back post. Frederick Charlie would have been there. A volley chance, that'll go outside of play. Subban on the end of that one. Not as crafty as the first corner kick, but the Cayman Islands still with the lead, 1-0. Duval follows it up the field, but back with the U.S. Virgin Islands. Good move there by the center back captain. board in there, heavy challenge. Won by Green. Spins out of play. Yes, it is whistle dead finally, and it's back to the white kit of the U.S. Virgin Islands. It looks like the main area of the field that's really been affected by the rain is this near sideline. Mostly on the right side of the field. Nearly intercepted there. High press coming from Rakeem Joseph in his first start of the tournament. Rakeem Joseph was tripped up. This will come back to midfield for a free kick for the U.S. Virgin Islands. Five shots so far for the Cayman Islands. Of course, the one on target on the goal. Two both off target for U.S. Virgin Islands. Falls free and a foul is called and knocked from behind. It's a free kick over to Albertini Holness. Up ahead, stopped by Duval. Elon University player, native of Georgetown actually. Debut for the senior national team. Played in his youth days with the U20 and U23 squads. As the U.S. Virgin Islands settling in, back over the ball. Through ball down the left side. Out of play, a slip and slide once again. Off the ball, Holness off his line, goes to grab it, and he holds on despite a brief tip at the start of his jump. Martin up there. Along with Nunez Reeves. Still Martin. Jonah Ebanks, he loses it. Lashka moves it down the left side. Midfielder will get it back and cycle it back through the back line. They'll try out the far wing now. Miller over there. Play pausing. The player is down. It's the captain, Frederick Charler. The trainer's already on the field. Get some water in his system. A big loss if he's unable to return. Off under his own power, which is always a good sign. Minute, and the captain looks to be fine as we wait to get set underway. The ball will be given to the U.S. Virgin Islands at midfield. find their equalizer. That would be their third goal of the tournament if it does come. Headed on. Duval battling in there. He'll win it for the Cayman Islands and clear it upfield, at least briefly. Wood. Now Martin retrieving it on the near side. Chipped over to Duval. Through ball ahead, Jonah Ebanks, a good run. Knocked out of play in the end on the challenge from Ramos. Throw in for the Cayman Islands, back on the attack in the 28th minute. You're just joining us, Hyde with the opening goal. 17 off a corner kick. Long throw and Hyde in the box, cleared by Ramos on the header. Duval chips it over. This will be cleared out of play on the near side. And the Cayman Islands, with a result today, a win or a draw, they will go into first place, entering the final match of the tournament coming Tuesday night. Tom on Borden. Hang time on this one. He's headed out of the box. A foul call. U.S. Virgin Islands trying to play spoiler at this point. They'll face the other bomb dweller in the group in St. Martin Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Tom on Borden after it. So is Rakeem Joseph. Upped up by Blaschka. Joseph back over on the give and go. Blaschka keeps his run going. Cross sent in, and it's a low looper right to the arms of Holness. That will test the 19-year-old keeper. Subaran taking it out of the back with Frederick Charlie, who's back on despite that injury, briefly going down. Touched in the end, and a foul is called on Nunez-Reeves. It looked like a big slip in the end by Green, but gets the benefit of the foul. After some miscommunication, it seems, with Andrew. Again, 1-0 in this affair in League C, Group A. The Cayman Islands win would put them 3 points up the lead in the group. Of course, the group winner will be promoted to League B, along with facing those League B second place finishers in their groups in the upcoming Gold Cup first round qualifiers. Winners of those would go on to face the relegated League A teams for the right to be in the Gold Cup. Jonah Ebanks lays it off on the near side. Solomon Borden over it. Loft the ball in, and an easy grab in the end by Brown. Through ball down the left flank, Jonah Ebanks on. Nunez-Reeves up with him, he'll take the chance, crossover, left boot, but into the double team. Ramos gets it back for the U.S. Virgin Islands. Duval had the throw in. Spin move by Mark Ebanks. Martin, a volley chance, not much power on it though, as it was blocked by Green. Blaschka can't get to this one. as we continue to tick here in the 32nd minute. Not too many matches tonight in League C or even around Concacaf Nations League. Getting underway right now, Guatemala and Puerto Rico. Spin move there. Challenge, Andrew in trouble here. He's already on a card. As down went Nunez-Reeves in a tough spot on the field. We'll see what Jose Kelly thinks here. As Andrew pleads his case, he is on a yellow card already in this match. With the surface over there, maybe a bit understanding is our head official. A two-man wall will set up for the U.S. Virgin Islands, and yet another set piece from this near sideline for the Cayman Islands, trying to find that big insurance tally. Here's Martin. Take a shot there, deflected away. Dennis surveying things. He's brought down from behind. This will be a free kick. And what that foul does is give the Cayman Islands time to retreat after having so many bodies up the field. As I was saying, Guatemala and Puerto Rico just underway. Guatemala probably one of the top offenses in the overall tournament, up there with League B's Jamaica, who clinched a spot in the Gold Cup last night along with a group victory. Haven't allowed a goal in the tournament in their 5 matches to this point. They've scored 20 goals. Guatemala equally impressive on the offensive end so far in League C play. Martin took one to the chest. Air knocked out of him. He takes a step down as the Cayman Islands continue the attack. Nunez-Reeves couldn't get there before Ramos. Martin back up. Still taking a moment. We have about 11 minutes remaining here in the first half. Cayman Islands on the board on the Hyde goal. Cayman Islands have dictated things so far. A slight edge in possession. Martin looping ball to the top. Someone on board maybe was off sides there, and nonetheless it falls back to Brown. Tackle from behind by Frederick Charles, but he gets to the ball. Down the left flank, more McGinnis trying to make his name known. 19-year-old takes the throw in. A bit too far in front of Dennis, and back for a goal kick. Cayman Islands, especially with these conditions, fully taking their time in this match after scoring that initial tally. Tom on board. Nunez-Reeves stepping up this right flank, got a deflection in his favor off Andrew. It's a throw-in the final third for the home side. Solomon Borden stepping up the field to take it. Throw into the end line. Nunez-Reeves is there. Back over to the right back. Solomon Borden. He'll cross one in. Goes the back post and over everyone. Luckily for Brown. Mark Ebanks at the back post was there. But a bit too high for his head. That's a rough one to take. Iller trying to save the ball, goes off the 18-year-old's face instead. And still a throw-in for the Cayman Islands. Duval will take it. Settle back over to Holness, making his fourth start of the tournament. Cayman Islands really forcing the press to come from the U.S. Virgin Islands, and they are exploiting it to this point. As Hyde will take a touch. Now Wood. Slips and gives the ball away. Blaschka up ahead to Rakeem Joseph. Now Jonah Ebanks back with the Cayman Islands. Nunez Reeves. Martin. His through ball, nothing there. Waved off by Jose Kellys. It seemed that Martin wanted the handball. Duval. Martin. Still Martin. Cross in, off balance, and just wide of that far post. That is very close to being a goal, despite looking for his teammate Nunez Reeves. What do you know? Guatemala a 1-0 lead over Puerto Rico 8 minutes in. Dennis trying the nutmeg move, and it works to his benefit, winning the foul. Free kick to the U.S. Virgin Islands on the near side of the field. Oh, look here on the move. Didn't complete the nutmeg, but gets the foul anyway. Real test here for the red and blue. It will be taken by Christian. Really off the mark on the service as Blaschka tries to keep it alive. So will Green, and they'll restart things at midfield. A bit frustrating have these set pieces been for the U.S. Virgin Islands, trying to get the attack going again, but a bit too far outside the reach of more McGinnis on the right flank. Duval will take the throw in here in the 40th. Down the sideline, central ball, knocked on, good combo play, and deflected away. A big stop by the Cayman Islands defense as the U.S. Virgin Islands finding their touch inside the box. A good layoff in the end by Dennis. Corner kick for the U.S. Virgin Islands. Lofted in, headed down, all red and blue there. Play on, says Jose Kellys. Fell to a pack of 5 players of the Cayman Islands. Top of the box, headed down, settled. Cut back over, Dennis fires it just wide. Rakeem Joseph and Dennis are finding their chemistry at the top. Took a bit longer than expected in this match, but they'll take it here in minute 42. That one just went wide of the left post. Great patience from Joseph as well to settle that ball over to his teammate. U.S. Virgin Islands back with the ball. Jonah Ebanks. Nunez Reeves through the legs of Andrew towards Ebanks, but he can't get to it. Dennis on the run. Frederick Charlie, the captain, though, a big stop as we go end to end here as we approach halftime. Duval will get us going again on the far side of the field as we're about 2.5 minutes till halftime. Will be a throw-in, and reminder coming up at the break, we will have first half highlights along with a preview of some of the action to come. Nunez Reeves can't save that one off the mark, and it's a goal kick for Brown. A reminder, the rest of this group action will take place Tuesday night, both at 7 p.m. Eastern time. A clash of the top two in the group. Cayman Islands visiting Barbados, and the U.S. Virgin Islands and St. Martin doing battle as well. As Reeves goes down in the box, play continues. Not much there, despite the appeals here at home. Jonah Ebanks. Ebanks takes a shot. From far out, that sails. That's a wishful one. Wood trying to find that second opportunity. He's had a few from far out, but that one going to the wayside as he and Jonah Ebanks were caught up outside the box. Foul called. Had a lot of fouls in the first 20 minutes of this match. It's really cooled down, though. Back to it after 2 early yellow cards in the match. See what happened here. Common collision in the air, battling for the ball, and it's back to the Cayman Islands. U.S. Virgin Islands right in this match. If you're just joining us, Cayman Islands so dominant in this group along with Barbados, but right now, U.S. Virgin Islands, they gave up that early goal, but they've stuck to it. They've looked better and better with the combo play up top as the match has gone on. Out of play, going off of Iller, making his first start of the tournament.
The fourth official on the sideline has indicated there will be a minimum of 2 minutes added time to the first half.
Here from the Cayman
a minimum
Islands.
of 2 minutes added time.
As Frederick Charlie steps up, this one staying in play, some heat on that pass, but a right back. Salmon able to get back to it. Over Nunez Reeves cuts inside, but a better stop. As Green went down, appealing for a foul. Not sure what happened here. Indeed, they will restart it. Miscommunication on all sides on the field, as Green will have a free kick. Lofted ahead, another stop for the Cayman Islands. That one not really testing them. Foul called on Nunez Reeves. Once again, Green getting the benefit. And it's a quick restart for the U.S. Virgin Islands. Nunez Reeves slow to get up. Frederick Charlie so far has won nearly all of his 1v1 battles at the back. He gets the ball here. I'm sure the Cayman Islands would happily take this into the break. As Wood now, some pressure from his opposite number 9, Martin. Solomon Borden goes down. It's Andrew again, the culprit. It's a quick start that may help his card accumulation. Cut back over. Jonah Ebanks puts it just wide. What a chance. Diving was Brown, didn't need the touch. As Ebanks there, his shot goes, wishing. And that will lead us to the halftime whistle. 1-0 to the Cayman Islands at the break. On the goal off the corner kick, it was Hyde from the top of the box. A few more chances for the Cayman Islands, but the U.S. Virgin Islands really finding that combo play at the top. We'll see if they can tap into that in the second half coming up. Next, we'll have highlights and stats, but for now, Cayman Islands up 1-0. A battle. I'm Chris McCovic bringing the action. Happy to have you with us here on this Saturday evening. The Cayman Islands, most importantly, trying to get a result from this match, considering the Barbados loss earlier today to St. Martin, 1-0. The Cayman Islands, a win or a draw in this match, they will take an outright lead entering the matchup with Barbados on Tuesday night. Of course, here in League C, the group winners will have a chance to qualify for the Gold Cup in the upcoming qualifying stages. If they're able to get there, and already on the sideline, we're seeing some substitutions, perhaps for both sides, as we get set for the second half. As it is for the U.S. Virgin Islands, seems to be coming on. Walker Jr., the 24-year-old, we'll have to wait for confirmation for that as we approach the second half kick. For the U.S. Virgin Islands, they've looked better and better as the match is going on. They finally sort of key in on the Dennis combo with Rakeem Joseph at the top towards the end of the first half. But they have yet to put one in the back of the net, despite some chances overall, 4 shots overall, 1 on target, as it will be Andrew coming off. And more importantly with Andrew is the aspect of the card accumulation. Here he had 1 early on in the match. 2 other times he could have gotten a second, perhaps, from our head official, Jose Kelly's, and he's brought off in that case for Walker Jr., the 24-year-old midfielder.
Andrew, so that substitution for the U.S. Virgin Islands. If you're just joining us,
Cayman Islands, their goal came early in the match.
Cayman Islands 1, USVI 0.
Off of Hyde on the corner kick. And it will be the Cayman Islands looking to take the lead in Group A. And they'll take the ball first here in the second 45. Again, I'm Chris McCovic bringing the action here from Georgetown, Cayman Islands. This is headed out of play. A not so good first touch there by Walker, who took a slip on this very wet surface. Buckets of rain coming down to start this match, probably the first 15 to 20 minutes of it before it finally slowed down. Frederick Charlie up to Wood and back over to Hyde, and he'll give an early touch over to Holness, who has not had to face too much in the early going from the U.S. Virgin Islands. Been locked down by the Cayman Islands since they scored that goal in the 17th. Off the ball over the top, Walker looking around him. Duval, the left back, all the way up. This will trickle out. It's a throw in for the U.S. Virgin Islands. And the White Kittens moving from left to right. The Cayman Islands in the red and blue. They are moving right to left here in this second half. Through everyone, Nunez Reed's on the run, knocks it over, but a big stop by Ramos. Falls free and back over to the U.S. Virgin Islands. Jonah Ebanks. Wood. Test the right flank. Solomon Borden, the right back, coming up. Wood again and back over to Martin. Pseudo assist, really, on that corner kick goal by Hyde. Leading goal scorer of the Cayman Islands in this tournament with 3 goals, a brace against the U.S. Virgin Islands in the reverse fixture. As Hyde plays that back, this will come back for that foul at midfield on the late contact. Looking around the Nations League right now, it is Guatemala up 2-0 over Puerto Rico, 35 minutes in. Also a League C battle. And El Salvador and Montserrat coming up 10 p.m. Eastern time as well. We have an early start tomorrow. The Nations League action with Bonaire and the Bahamas going at it. That a key League C battle as well. As Mark Ebanks flipped this over the top, but Jonah Ebanks couldn't get to it. Stop though. Nunez-Reeves there, laid it off. Jonah Ebanks, tight angle. And it looked like he was offsides, indeed he is. Nunez-Reeves got caught up thinking a bit too much on that play. Jonah Ebanks, the through ball, not much in the box to work with for Nunez-Reeves. Ebanks, quick turn, he'll look inside the box. Not sure where he wanted that one. Martin on the run, but wasn't even close to getting to that. Duval on the near side with the throw in. Tried the back heel give and go, did Nunez-Reeves. Nutmeg works though in his favor. And a quick clearance by Green. Strong center back. Now Hyde, back to his keeper, the 19-year-old Holness. Captain center back, Frederick Charlery, heads over to take it. He'll drive it up the right flank. This out of play though. A throw-in coming for the 18-year-old Iller. Over the top and well outside the reach of Moore McGinnis in his third appearance for the U.S. Virgin Islands. Headed on by Blaschka. Heavy challenge from Solomon Borton. This will work its way to a throw-in for the U.S. Virgin Islands. Picked up by Holness. This is what he did in the first half. Trying to burn some time, and he's doing the same here in the 51st. Down, Wood getting back up after winning that foul. Ebanks lays it off, and a good stop in the end by the sub on at halftime, Walker. The top, Rakeem Joseph on the run. Frederick Charlie gets there and provides enough room for Holness to grab onto it. He's down again. He was down briefly in the first half, but came back on. Let's see what happened here. A hefty collision, but a good service over the top by Walker. Looks like he felt something on the contact at the end. Getting right back up. No trainer on the field. Mark Ebanks after the ball, but after his heavy touch on the chest. Gives it off to Duval, the Elon University player works it in. Not done, it's saved, huge from Brown. Parried away, it's a corner kick for the Cayman Islands. On a platter for Martin and denied by the keeper. The Cayman Islands want their insurance tally. Does it come here? Martin on the corner. Martin. Knocked down, settled. Hyde looking for a second. Deflection. Yes, there was. We have a second corner kick. Smart move by the center back. Going the short route this time. Here's Martin. Left boot, cross, deflected away. Wood will recover the possession for the Cayman Islands here in the 54th. Blaszka wins it back. Handled well by the center back, Frederick Charlie. Jonah Ebanks. Salman Borden. Back heel. Subban gives it off to Jonah Ebanks. Thought about it, he'll take a chance. Waited too long on it, Martin lays it off. Now Subban, a strike from outside, skips just wide. Brown saying, what's going on here? No one marking him. But the chance goes calling. Didn't take any deflections and skated on by. Stays 1-0 to the Cayman Islands. Ramos goes down. Nunez Reeves with the contact, and he'll get a yellow for that. First of the tournament for the forward. Ramos going down there, feeling contact. It's a free kick to the U.S. Virgin Islands.
The yellow card has been issued to Cayman Islands number 7, Christopher Reeves.
And we're back underway with the U.S. Virgin Islands. Green taking from the back, and he'll loop it over the top. Headed up by Hyde. Settle back down. Walker. Advantage would have been played, but fell to Duval, who committed the foul, and a free kick point blank on the frame of goal. See what U.S. Virgin Islands can do with this one. Clear foul by Duval. Opportunity to equalize here, 10 minutes in to the second half for the away side. Big wall setting up in front of Holness. Right now it's Christian, Dennis, and Rakeem Joseph sizing up the opportunity. Joseph takes it, but right into the wall. Missed chance there for the U.S. Virgin Islands. Come on board and foul one. So free kick again on the left flank this time. Salman Borden, you can see what he's saying. I got all ball. This time it is Christian, the 23-year-old, standing solely over the ball. A two-man wall of the Cayman Islands in front of him. All of a talking to here, you can see there on that shot. Tussling going on inside the box. Ball sent in right into the wall. Second go of it for Christian. Knocked free. What a clearance by Hyde. A big defensive stop to preserve this lead. A clear volley away, keeping his goal as the difference in this match. 58th minute, corner kick to the U.S. Virgin Islands. Swept in, back post, but over everyone and out of play. They've had their opportunities, but just have not taken them with full force. As again, a goose egg on the scoreboard for the U.S. Virgin Islands. Holness with some good breathing room after that volley clearance right in front of him by Hyde. We'll have a substitution here in Georgetown.
We have a substitution for the Cayman Island, for the U.S. Virgin Islands. Entering the game is number 17, Jimson St. Louis. He replaces number 15, Rajay Joseph.
Comes on for Rajay Joseph, who was about to take that throw-in. Second substitution
is made in
for
the
the U.S.
minute.
Virgin Islands. '16-year-old making his third appearance of the tournament. The Cayman Islands running the other way. Mark Eback's on the run. Nunez reads in the box, plays it over. Martin couldn't get there. Now Wood. Wood service into the box. Dennis couldn't win it back. Headed down. Ebacks, Jonah Ebacks strikes it, a trickler. Right into the diving arms of Brown. One nothing in favor of Hyde and the Cayman Islands in this League C Group A battle. 60th minute, it's a goal kick to Holness and the Cayman Islands. And I'm Chris Makovic here bringing the action from Georgetown and the Cayman Islands. A win or a draw today for the red and blue, and they will take sole possession of first place, entering their matchup with Barbados coming up Tuesday night. Foul bringing this back. As now Rakeem Joseph struggling with what looks to be a cramp. Here in the 61st, it's Holness driving the ball down the field. Headed back by Green. Wood the volley. Duval curls this ball out of play. It's a throw in at midfield for the U.S. Virgin Islands. Five shots, 2 on target for the U.S. Virgin Islands, 11 for the Cayman Islands, 4 of which on target. Reeves down the left side. Centers that ball in the midfield, but nothing coming of it on the clearance. Here's Hyde. Wood. Solomon taking it in. Martin. Oh, what a move by Martin. Martin, he'll have a go. Knocked down by Ramos. Confident touches there led to the shot. Nothing comes of that shot, though. Mark Ebanks. And the Cayman Islands completely in control in the last 3 minutes. Here's Martin. Gives it straight away. On his pass intended for Jonah Ebanks. Now Brown. flicked on. Through ball, no good there. It's back to Hyde and Holness. Good initial flick on from the sub St. Louis. Jonah Ebanks. Solomon Borden. Back towards Ebanks. That by Green, and Green will clear this. Interception by Wood, stepping up, but it's right back to Dennis on the touch. St. Louis down the left flank. Deflected up. Martin will keep it in play on that deflection, and he'll win it back. He says, thank you, sir, to St. Louis. The Cayman Islands building forward. Duval. Subban. Martin, and back to Wood. There's a right back, and there's been some great playmaking ability for the Cayman Islands, but just some point-blank miscues on the passing accuracy. This briefly went out of play enough for the throw-in. Back to the Cayman Islands. Back all the way to Holness. Brief touch. Reeves nearly winning it back as finally the U.S. Virgin Islands enjoying some possession here in the 65th. 17th minute strike on the corner kick by Hyde, standing tall. His volley clearance as well, right in front of the frame of goal, keeping the 3 points alive for now for the Cayman Islands. Raheem Joseph laid it off for Dennis, but no one there to take it in at the top of the box. Walker. Jonah Ebanks winning the ball back. A tie up there alongside Moore McGinnis.
We have a substitution for the U.S. Virgin Islands. Entering the game, number 4, Dusty Good.
Dusty Good, the
Replacing number
32-year-old,
6,
coming
Javier
on
Christian.
for Christian, one of the set-piece takers for the U.S. Virgin Islands.
The
For Good, it's his
substitution
first time coming off the
in the
bench
66th minute.
in this tournament. He started in all 4 previous matches in the Nations League. Trying to add some of that here for a potential comeback. Mark Ebanks over the top, but this is a wishful one. At least you thought so, and it's pounced on by Brown on the miscue with Green. Nunez Reeves with this pressure, a thorn in the side of the U.S. Virgin Islands. Play back, Raheem Joseph nearly there, good back heel, keeping it himself. The captain, Frederick Charlery. Now Solomon. Over the top, down the right side, Green all over it against Jonah Ebanks, and he'll take it in. Subban dealing with all this contact, and he'll win it against Good, who just came on. Martin, Wood, Subban. Survey the field, drive it down. Mark Ebanks on the run against Walker. He's going to get to this. Ebanks, some help from Duval perhaps. Flick it on, no Duval, good luck here. Subban met and loses the ball, but Wood helps out his teammate over to Solomon. Solomon puts it in, but grabbed easily by Brown. A lot of buildup, but nothing much happening in the box for the Cayman Islands. Marquis Banks at Jonah, but deflected back. Wood wins the foul. 22 minutes separate the Cayman Islands from a clear lead in League C, Group A, which would include promotion to League B, along with a spot in the Gold Cup qualifiers to come. Of course, they also have to get through Barbados come Tuesday night. But it's a step in the right direction. Walker. There's Dennis. Warren McGinnis towards the end line. And just too far on that slick surface in that right corner. Goal kick to come for Holness and the Cayman Islands. Jonah Ebanks out of the traffic, taking it in, back to Solomon. Cayman Islands trying to find their second shutout of the U.S. Virgin Islands in this tournament. They opened the tournament with a 2-0 win. Both goals by that man, Martin, as he can't fight through that traffic. Won by Good, but given back to Subban. Here's Green. Dennis. Collision keeps the ball in play. U.S. Virgin Islands still on the attack. Spinning and taking a tumble is St. Louis, courtesy of his opposite number, Solomon Borden. It's a free kick once again for the U.S. Virgin Islands. They haven't been able to take care of these opportunities, but get another here in the 71st. Another look. A quick tug and maybe an Oscar there with that one given out, but still wins the foul. Looking for the equalizer. Dennis on the ball. Two-man wall for the Cayman Islands here at home. Ball sent in, a rocket fisted away by Holness. Both keepers have had to come up with big saves tonight. But it stays 1-0 in favor of the Cayman Islands.
Ladies and gentlemen, a substitution for the Cayman Islands. Entering the game, number 8, Jermaine Wilson. He replaces number 11,
coming on
Matthew
for the Cayman
Subban.
Islands, making his 4th appearance off the bench in this tournament. Subban coming off after making his 5th start here in Nations League, fortifying the midfield for the final 19 minutes plus stoppage time.
The substitution coming in the 72nd minute.
First touch there by Wilson. Win it back there on the ricocheted volley. Duval stepping up the field. Duvall still. Looks like he was driving it towards Jonah Ebanks. Thought about the shot as well, as this is driven all the way back for Cayman Islands throw-in, and they're of course going to take their time with this, having the lead in the 73rd. Reminder, these two teams back in action 7 p.m. Eastern time Tuesday night. Cayman Islands at Barbados in what is the pseudo championship of this group, while the U.S. Virgin Islands taking on St. Martin, the only team they have a win over in this tournament. Out of play, it's back to the U.S. Virgin Islands. 6 shots for the away side tonight, 3 on target. Of course, a recent big save by Holness needing to be made. Martin, Green, who's had a good match tonight, getting it back. Dennis on the run into the box. Still Dennis. Dennis back over, another save by Holness. 2 huge stops by the Cayman Islands keeper in the last few minutes. Will be a corner kick for the U.S. Virgin Islands. Rakeem Joseph heading over to take it. Trying to find an assist in his second appearance in this tournament. Joseph. Dennis trips. He would have been at that one. St. Louis heads over to battle with Martin for the ball. Foul won by Martin. And it's a free kick on the far side for the Cayman Islands. So once again on the set pieces, U.S. Virgin Islands couldn't find a good chance, as Dennis has been rocketing these shots late in the second half, forcing yet another save out of Holness. Stays 1-0 on that 17th minute tally by Hyde off the corner kick. Very tight battle. Out of play, and the Cayman Islands have the throw-in. Still looking for that insurance tally. Past Walker, up to Martin. Martin, cross off of Blaschka. Jonah Ebanks to the traffic, but stopped by Green. Wood, up by St. Louis, but it's back with Cayman Islands, floated in there and grabbed in the end by Brown, as Jonah Ebanks is still down, feeling something out inside the box. Going down is Jermaine Wilson. He'll win the foul. Battling there with Rakeem Joseph. 15 minutes plus stoppage time left for the U.S. Virgin Islands to find that equalizer. Ebanks gets the ball right away. Too good. Dennis. Advantage wanting to be played by Jose Kellys, but it'll be brought back for a free kick in midfield. U.S. Virgin Islands back on the attack as we take it to the 77th. Blaschka trying to find Walker, but way too much heat on that pass. Is out for a throw-in. Good. Can't keep that in play. It's thrown for the Cayman Islands. Wilson, Duval. Joseph, cutting through traffic. More McGinnis taken down on his shot, a late one. And it's going to be a free kick for the U.S. Virgin Islands. After that tackle, more McGinnis feeling something. Really blown defensive stop by the Cayman Islands. They would have just had the ball there, but instead the late tackle. They'll have to be helped off on the stretcher. Free kick for the U.S. Virgin Islands as Mo McGinnis has to come off injured following the tackle. Dennis back on the end of this one. He sent a rocket at Holness last time on a set piece. Dennis takes a chance into the wall. Not enough height on it. Second opportunity trickling on through. And there will be offsides on St. Louis.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. We have a substitution
coming on for the Cayman Islands. It will be number 15, Trey Ebanks, the 19-year-old making his second appearance of the tournament. Off comes Martin. Created force the entire night.
The substitution coming in the 80th minute.
Knocked on Jonah Ebanks, met by Walker, falls free. Trey Ebanks, and stopped to the end. Another save for Brown. Still no insurance tally for the Cayman Islands, but what a first touch by Trey. Look at that curler. Reeves, end line, puts a cross in. Trey Ebanks, back post, heads it up. Off the post. Still alive and finally grabbed by Brown. Ramos stepping up the field here in the 81st. Trey Ebanks coming on with a purpose. Wins the foul there. Salman Borden stepping up. Wilson. Still Wilson. Jonah Ebanks. Good combo play. Blooming for the Cayman Islands. Trey Ebanks. Now Duval. Cross right into Walker. It's a throw-in right at the corner flag for the Cayman Islands. Duval, Jonah Ebanks back to Duval. He wants that cross. Tiptoeing end line back over, cleared briefly. Here come the U.S. Virgin Islands on the run. Dennis. More McGinnis back on after his injury. And miscommunication all over the place there as Rakeem Joseph was in the area. The U.S. Virgin Islands have used all three of their substitutions, just two used to this point for the Cayman Islands. It'll be a goal kick for Holness. Saw him on board and his volley going the completely wrong direction. And that's out for a throw-in for the U.S. Virgin Islands. Concacaf Nations League action continues tonight, 10 p.m. Eastern Time. El Salvador taking on Montserrat. As well as a 3 p.m. fixture Eastern Time tomorrow. We'll start with Bonaire and the Bahamas. Another League C battle currently going on other than this match in front of us. Guatemala and Puerto Rico, 3-0 to Guatemala in the 52nd. Here it's 1-0 in favor of the Cayman Islands. Still, both teams with chances. You think, based on all these opportunities, the scoreline would be a bit higher, but the keepers have stood tall. It's just 1-0. 84th minute, time dwindling for the away side. Wilson to Wood. The keeper, Holness, gets a touch. Wilson. Foul called. And Walker standing over the ball, and it'll take some time to take this. And restarted by Ramos. Pressure on Blaszka. U.S. Virgin Islands keeping it for now. Long ball over the top. Headed by Duval. This out of play. A throw-in for the U.S. Virgin Islands. More McGinnis. Frederick Charlie will have his way with that one. Now Nunez reads up to Joni Ebanks. Ebanks cuts around, still going through traffic, but waiting a bit too long. And it's back with the U.S. Virgin Islands. Dennis. And Walker, the right back, will come up to retrieve this. Blaszka, through ball. More McGinnis. Couldn't get there before Hyde. The center back clears it. Throwing in the final third for the U.S. Virgin Islands, seeking that equalizer. There's Dennis. Knocked down by Good, but his pass a bit too long. San Luis has to come back to get it. Dennis. Intercepted by Wilson. Joni Ebanks. Serves it up for his brother Trey. Can he get there? Blaszka met on the challenge by Mark Ebanks. Foul one.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. A substitution for the Cayman Islands.
Wow, substitution for the Cayman Islands. As Joni Ebanks, creating so many chances tonight, will come off in favor of Martin Webb. His fourth appearance of the tournament for the 24-year-old.
The substitution coming in the 87th minute.
Walker. His pass knocked down by Wilson. Now Good. He'll off one into the box. And offsides, the trap works for the Cayman Islands. Warren McGinnis caught there. About 3 minutes plus stoppage time remaining from the Cayman Islands taking the lead in Group A of League C. Webb. Duval, the left back, all the way up with a good run. Knocked out. It's a corner kick for the Cayman Islands. Headed away, but it will stay with the Cayman Islands. Jermaine Wilson will have a go. That one floating up and off of the rain-soaked field. Brown, the goal kick. Hope still alive for the U.S. Virgin Islands. As you can see there, the rain has picked up once again here in Georgetown as we approach the end of our match. Wood, no look pass. Trey Ebanks now. Through ball, but that a bit short. We'll get it back though on the mishap by Green. Looping ball testing Brown, but not really a true test as it's scooped up at the near post. Here's Walker in the 89th. Good. All the way back over to Holness. '19-year-old will sky this down the field. Webb, bit of hold-up play for the sub on against Walker. He'll win that ball. Through ball, Nunez Reeves off the post. A tip by Brown. Mark Ebanks a second ago, stopped by Green. Brown has let one in tonight, but he's had a huge match outside that. A couple saves in his pocket. Forces that chance off the post. And at least for now, the final few moments of this match, the U.S. Virgin Islands holding on hope for a point. Back to Wood.
Fourth official on the sideline has indicated
3 minutes of stoppage time here in Georgetown. Webb called for the foul there. Washka drawing it, and a free kick for the U.S. Virgin Islands. 170 seconds remaining. Dennis, the left boot, denied by Hyde, our goal scorer in the 17th minute. Now Trey Ebanks. Wilson, through ball, Webb all alone getting after this one. Wilson. And there's Green. Heavy legs settling in on both sides in this rain-soaked night in the Cayman Islands. Wood down. Trying to loosen up for the final 2 minutes of action. It'll be a drop ball to the U.S. Virgin Islands. Brown. Trey Ebanks, good cut back. Tried another crafty move. That one didn't work out as well. Lofted ball into the box. Holness off his line. He fists it up. Some help from Solomon Borden. And cleared by Duval. Through ball, Nunez-Reeves on the run, 1v1, Ramos striking back as well. And a veteran move there, taking it to the corner flag. A foul called there, not sure what happened. Brown. Quick restart by Wilson, that won't let that happen. Free kick for the Cayman Islands as time dwindles. Long ball sent down the field. There's our final whistle. The Cayman Islands has to grind this one out. Chances on either side, but just one true in the back of the net by that man. It's tied with his first goal of the tournament, and he gets the 3 points for the Cayman Islands. They are in sole possession of first place in Group A of League